crazy misogynist engineered The View. The View, you don't need to find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters. There are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. You had people on there before and you ran them off. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler?
Yeah.
There's no walking this back. Tyrus didn't just call out The View, he dismantled it piece by piece. Everyone knows the show is a circus, but instead of lobbing casual insults, he went scorched earth, exposing the hypocrisy, the lazy takes, and the chaos lurking behind the curtain. This wasn't a jab, it was a reckoning. He hit every mark, saying out loud what most people only whisper. At this point, The View is beyond saving. And let's be real, nobody's begging for another MAGA mouthpiece on the panel. But the non-stop race baiting isn't the answer either.
You need to fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You've had people on there before, and you ran them off. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler?
Yeah, it's right.
Bette Midler. Fire them and bring people in. Maybe you could get McCain to come back.
The real issue isn't the format, it's the hosts. Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg have built their brand on stoking division, not discussion. Think back to Meghan McCain. She was supposed to represent a conservative perspective. Yet the atmosphere was so toxic she was driven to tears more than once. That wasn't balance, it was bullying. What the show really wanted was a scapegoat to beat up on, not an actual exchange of ideas. If ABC's leadership cared about credibility, the CEO would have stepped in long ago and said, enough. Enough with the casual hatred. Enough with the blatant double standards. Enough with the race-based cheap shots. Viewers aren't leaving because they've lost interest, they're leaving because they're sick of racial divisiveness.
So the problem is that you have to go after the racist people and be the CEO goes, you know what, I'm not going to allow a woman on my show or man that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals and values for anyone. And get rid of those people, and this will clear up real quick. You got black racists on TV who could just go all day and say anything about white people, and I guess lo and behold, they forgot that there's a lot of people at home, white people at home during the day that are not watching your show.
The View thrives on drama, but some of its hosts don't just stir the pot, they dump gasoline on it. The show has turned race into its default lens. And when the hosts cross the line with offensive or outright racist remarks, accountability magically disappears. Just imagine the firestorm if a conservative said even half of what Ana Navarro or Sunny Hostin regularly spew. Instead, the media looks the other way. Sunny openly dismisses viewpoints based purely on skin color and even mocks minorities who dare vote conservative, as if thinking for yourself is a crime. Navarro once went so far as to claim that all nannies are Latinos. Flip that script and careers would be over in an instant. But thanks to a shield of double standards, The View keeps coasting, unchecked and untouched.
It's very much in place when it comes to The View.
I think the problem is that we have an elite group of narcissistic morons. I wish that was a joke, but it's not. They don't. To go on TV every day to objectively talk about something, you have to study, you have to research the pros and cons. And both candidates, you should find things you like, things that concern you. It's called doing work. That's why all the old
co-host Candace Cameron Bure gave a rare glimpse behind the curtain. And what she revealed speaks volumes. According to her, the hosts were treated like cramming students, handed last-minute topic lists by producers and expected to grind through 4 to 5 hours of homework every night. The result? A panel running on fumes, recycling the same tired sound bites, shallow hot takes, and scripted one-liners day after day. It's no surprise the show feels like an echo chamber. This isn't authentic conversation, it's a staged performance built to provoke outrage, not foster real discussion.
And stayed up all night checking sources and this, that, whatever. When you get The View who are like, I don't have to think anything. I don't like them, and I'm rich, so you shouldn't like them either. And I can say anything because no one's going to check me. I surround myself with people. They'll have one puppet Republican who is scared to death to say anything against them, or if she does come out, they'll interrupt her nonstop. So there's this level of stupidity, and it spreads because they don't have to. All they have to say is Trump is Hitler, and their followers will be like, well.
And just when you think the circus has hit rock bottom, it somehow finds a new low. Chaos takes over. First, one group is in the crosshairs, Then suddenly everyone's a target. It's like watching someone try to rewrite reality in real time, only to crash and burn on live TV. And just when you think the meltdown can't get any uglier, another name gets tossed under the bus. The unraveling only gets messier, and that's exactly why
They've been wasting network money lying to you. So they have to double down and go even stupider.
Yeah.
And keep saying things like, I only watch because of the clips. You force us to watch The View.
I do.
He does. He's like, yeah, you predicted it. Good job.
quotes S be real. The View hasn't been a genuine talk show for years. What's left is an echo chamber dressed up in daytime TV glitter. The same stale opinions are hammered out day after day until repetition makes them sound like truth. Actual debate gone. In its place is a rinse and repeat cycle designed to wear down the audience until questioning stops altogether. That's the breeding ground where cancel culture took root. Yesterday's throwaway hot take morphs into today's firing offense, and while some on the left still treat the show like gospel, plenty of viewers are simply burned out from hearing the same recycled script.
Cringe because they get caught up in their lives. What do? The new word is misogynistic. And guess what? Their only mistake was they blamed white men. They forgot that black men, Hispanic men, and Asian men too. So that's the new thing. And then they're like, oh, it's just men. And then they're like, well, 53% are women. Oh, it's stupid women and men. So they'll just keep going until they're down to the only thing you can trust is a penguin. The penguin.
This is why people are finally speaking up. And credit where it's due to man. Dylan delivered one of the sharpest takedowns yet. Brutal, hilarious, and unfiltered. Exactly what frustrated fans have been waiting for. But then look at the hosts they keep bringing in. So many are painfully out of touch, and it bleeds through every segment. Imagine if, instead of chasing cheap drama, the show actually leaned into real substance. Imagine if the male voices weren't sidelined like afterthoughts. Tyrus was right all along. The View could have been so much more, but instead it chose spectacle over substance.
Because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of there are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. None of them have gone near the set of The View. I mean, they have brought in the lowest tier of the, what is it, the Y chromosome? No, double X.
Double X.
They brought in the lowest of the double X's for that one. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, Troy Baker, again, these people have dementia. These are people who, should not be allowed out of the house. They have a national platform. I mean, it is crazy. They have no idea. These people have never read a book, and there's versions of it. What if we put the women in the audience and let the men discuss the issues? This is just an idea I have for ABC corporate.
Well, clearly,
or have one woman serve everyone drinks and give her a quick opinion. Quick, in and out, just go
Hey, maybe that last line was a joke, or maybe not. Because seriously, why are there still no men at the table on The View? Progressives never miss a chance to lecture about breaking gender roles, embracing diversity, and pushing inclusion. Yet somehow, the all-female lineup gets a free pass. Isn't that the very definition of selective progressivism? Call it hypocrisy, call it discrimination, but either way, it's not the equality they love to preach. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that share button, and let your friends weigh in. Thanks for watching, and, trust me, you won't want to miss the next one.